Hello and welcome to another episode of Vintage Shoes, Shoe Lovers. The shoes I'm going to be presenting in this episode are from the early 2000s, so between 2000 and 2010. The first pair I would like to introduce is this pair of wedges. They are by the Australian brand, Australian designer, Leona Edmiston. And I purchased these in London years back. They are lovely shoes. Again, the type of shoe that is very good for a nice event, could be casual or formal, but where one might be stepping on grass or being outside, and where, stiletto type skinny heel may not be the best idea. So it has this, I'd call it a semi-wedge heel, because you have the stability of a wedge here at right at the curvature of at the arch of the foot, combined with a rather sturdy heel, which I have managed to scratch here, unfortunately. And then on top of that, underneath, you can see there's a bit of a platform, a semi-platform. So that makes them quite sturdy and very good for walking for a while. They are not too uncomfortable to wear, not the most comfortable, but quite all right. And they're also stable because they have this little strap here at the ankle, which helps the wearer as well. What attracted me to these shoes was originally the very unusual heel. Apologies if you're hearing a little bit of a crunch, but that's just my doggy sitting just down here by me, having a little bone, I think. And I don't want to not have him in the room, so hopefully that will not be too disturbing. But anyway, these what attracted me to these shoes is the very elegant design here, with this décolletage around the toes, which is kind of pointed, and that makes it elongating and very elegant. And the other thing I loved about them is the fact that they are patent leather, but not too glossy. And especially I love the color combination. You have 4 different colors. So there's the purple, which is in a cool tone purple. There is the woody brown here of the wedge. Then there is the turquoisey blue, I would say, on the heel and the little semi-platform. Oh, there you are, sweetie. And then this, I would say, between minty, let's see if it will focus better like that, minty and pistachio green here at this strap. And this combination of purple and green, both in the cool tone, is very, very elegant in my view. And as you can see, they are together very sweet shoes, and lovely to go in, especially with like a summer floral dress, maybe kind of almost sweeping the floor or at the ankles. Extremely beautiful. They could go really well either with a Leona Edmiston dress, which she has lovely ones, or with a Zimmermann dress perhaps. These would also be beautiful. Our next pair is this pair of rather high heels. I think we can pretty comfortably call these stilettos. These are, again, from the same period between 2000 and 2010. I would say this is the later end of that period. And these are Casadei, lovely Italian brand. They are a red, slightly patented leather, I would say, so it's glossy, croc embossed. And you can see the label Casadei inside. and the edge around the sole, which reads the brand Casadei, leather heel at the bottom, and a very skinny, very tall heel, about the 10 centimeter mark, I believe it was. These are really pretty again because they have elegant neckline here, or toe line, maybe is a better term to use. So very complimentary on the legs and beautiful to the side. They're not quite pump dorsets, but almost, because they meet right here, the two different parts of the shoe. And these are really, really gorgeous to wear with, for example, a gray suit or a gray formal sort of business dress, which I have done for work in the summertime, because they are peep toe, so it makes a very, very elegant look. You can be extremely conservatively dressed on the top in muted, neutral colors, darks, or gray, or beige, or cream, and at the same time have a fun pop of color on your feet. And I think that sometimes betrays a bit of a personal style note, which is quite special. Again, look at the graining here on the leather, how beautifully embossed these are. Lovely pair of red. They're not tomatoey because they're not so warm, but I'd say bright red, almost raspberry red Casadei heels. The third pair for today is this beautiful pair from, I want to say 2008, Prada platform heels. I fell in love with these the moment I saw them, and I managed to get them, I think, in the Harrods sale that summer. Look at this heel. I think they look like buildings almost. They're so architectural. I call them architectural heels. And look again, this beautiful design. Several colors. We have brown, chocolate brown. We have a bit of a black detail here and at the back. We have gray in a cool tone, and then we have this rather warm toned purple here. Very high heel with several elements. We have it's all in suede. We have the suede, the purple part here, the top of the heel, which then tapers off into a stiletto heel in black suede. And then at the bottom you can see again there's this little extra platform, which seems to be quite the thing in the early 2000s. I have several pairs of shoes like that, including one from an Olive Lanik, but this is really, really well done. And I love this purple just peeking underneath the shoe here, which again has an extremely elegant cut in the front with the peep toe, both so delicately done and extremely flattering on the foot. So the shoe already lifts you up and the bump kind of goes up, and then this height really encapsulates the leg here, and really sort of, you have to tighten your muscles almost, and it gives an amazing shape to the leg on the side. Kind of a dorset cut of the shoe, very elegant. And as you can see also on this side. And what also makes them interesting is this strap then, which goes like this around the ankle in a crisscross pattern. Really beautiful heels. I've worn these to work, I've worn these to concerts, to parties, for dinners, and I would normally style these again with a black dress. These are not really shoes I would style with trousers, both because of the straps, but also because of the platform, I just think it's not my preferred look to style this type of shoe with a trouser. I think they look nice with dresses and skirts, but something that reveals the entire shoe and then the beauty of the leg inside it, because they really are very, very elegant. Again, Prada, circa 2008. This is one of my most special pairs of shoes. One of the first pairs I bought when I started making some real money, when I started working professionally. And I was visiting Paris. Maybe I was even still a student, I can't remember. And there was at the time a concept store by the name of Colette. And I found this pair of shoes and I fell in love with them because of this detail here. Look at this naughty little tassel. And they're Viktor and Rolf, but I'd say from a time before Viktor and Rolf, or Viktor and Rolf with the brand taking off. They are high heel, not prohibitively high though. As you can see, the heel is quite skinny and elegant and shiny. And they're in black suede. Again, very elegant with this interruption here, right at the arch of the leg, the foot, sorry, the arch of the foot. And you can see it also on this side. They are in almond toe, I would say. They're not pointy and not square either. And then they have this really beautiful strap with a detail here, like a little loop, tiny little sparkle stones, black stones on the strap, very elegantly, reaching to the back and all the way around here. And then we have this gorgeous tassel, which again has some beads. So it's not super flashy and sparkly, but it has a tiny bit of sparkle. And on the inside, you can see Viktor and Rolf. I've worn these a lot. You can see the heel is a bit beat up, but they're quite intact on the inside. And they're fantastic because when you walk, you do this little slosh, 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 swishing sound, and the tassel hits the shoe from the back, which is quite whimsical. Really, really beautiful. I used to have a nice mini dress, black chiffon from an old brand in London, which unfortunately no longer exists, called The Arrogant Cat. And I used to often, not often, maybe on several occasions, wear that dress, these beautiful heels, when I went on a date. And I thought that was quite a nice combination together. I've not worn these to work, perhaps because of this detail here with the swishy tassel, because they do make noise, and I think that's distracting if you are walking in the corridor at a corporate company. But very, very nice for everything else. I think you can even wear these with jeans, but if they're cropped. But I think even with jeans, not the best idea, because then you really lose this effect of the outfit, and that's really what makes the outfit. It's these beautiful tassels which bring the party, as it were, to the feet. So yeah, beautiful shoes, early 2000s by Viktor and Rolf. Hope you enjoyed them.